Hi, welcome to Boss Digi class. Today we will talk about the simple present perfect tense using since and for. Okay? So, what is the present perfect? It basically is a tense or a verb that refers to an action or state that occurred in an indefinite time. We do not know the time in the past, but that is related to or continues to the now, the present, right? So, what are the words that we use if we want to say the present perfect tense, right? We use bitten, bled, blown. These are the verb three or the past participle form of the verb. So, for example, the base verb is bite, menggigit, right? Bit, sudah menggigit in the past, right? And then now is bitten. Okay. So next is bleed, bled, and bled. Blow, blew, and blown. What else? Choose, chose, and chosen. How do we know the verb three of choose is chosen? We need to get used to them, right? Always read, always talk about it, and so then you can memorize them. Okay, this is the structure of the present perfect tense for positive sentence. I, we, they, have. We use have if it's I, we, they, and for he, she, it, or the name, right? The subject, the he, we use has, and then the verb three, and then the object. Okay. Now, when do we use since and when do we use for? Since, if we want to talk about a specific starting point in time. So when does it start? The green arrow, 10 o'clock, right? I have studied since 10 a.m. until now. So we're only saying the starting point. Okay. She has lived in Jakarta since 2018. Since only the starting point, right? But for, we use for the duration of the time. The duration from the starting point until now. So, for example, 10 until 11, I have studied for 1 hour. 1 hour, right? From 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock, right? So, from 10 until now. Now is 11 o'clock. I've studied for 5 years. So, this talks about the duration, not the starting point. Okay, since starting point for the duration. Okay, example, I have waited for you for 10 hours. Duration. Jim has been in Singapore since 2000, the year 2000, only the starting point. Okay, here's an exercise. Pause the video for each item. Pause and then answer it by yourself. Okay, number one, which one is it? Starting point or since or duration? For. It's a duration. 5 years is duration. For. This one, 5 p.m. Pause the video. Since. This is a starting point. She was young. It's starting point. Since, right? 1998. Since, starting point. A few months. For, a duration. This one. Pause the video. 4 days. For several days, right? Duration. Next, Janet has studied in Australia. What? Starting point or duration? Starting point. Since. We use since, right? Next, Doni and Tio have played soccer. 2 hours. Starting point or duration? Duration. For. Jan has waited for Jack. An hour. Duration. For. Jill has had her silver bracelet. Yes. Starting point. Since she was young. I haven't eaten anything. Starting point. Since morning. My mom has worked in that company a few months. Duration. For. My uncle's son has studied my uncle's sons, they, right, have studied in London. What? For. Duration. 3 years is a duration. Mr. Andrew has worked as a teacher. Starting point. Since 2002. Okay. Thank you so much. Goodbye.